Esther. So today we have Justus. I'm so excited to question him. He's a photographer and all that. He will tell us. So hello Justus, welcome to Haso Yangu.
Asante. Thank you so much for inviting me to your platform. Nafurahia sana. Naitwa Justus. Yeah.
So guys, we're going to know more about how Justus started his business, how it's going. So Justus, what do you do for a living?
Actually, you've come to the place. This is what I do, photography and videography. So normally we specialize in editing videos. That's maybe after shooting we do post-production, Yeah, that's our hustle.
So when did you start this business?
Okay, I started this, it was my passion when I was in school, and you can't believe it,
So when
like
you're in
20,
school,
like it's almost 2 decades, since I had that passion. And after college, not after college, but after high school, I saw somebody, there used to be somebody in our church when missionaries could come, and then they could give him a camera, a video camera, and he will start shooting. And I got interested in that because the person could move to the crowd and start shooting, and I felt that passion inside me also. I wish I had a camera like that, I could start shooting. So I started to do just having that passion. And should I continue?
Yes, also I have a question. Is it something you learned in school? When you were
Okay. Now when I saw that and I had a passion, I went to college. Okay. After going to college, I decided to study photography, videography, how to animate and how to do editing. And from there I started, but officially when I started my business, that was back then 2015. So I'm in the industry for serious business, like almost 7 to 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just unaweza sema ulianzaje the business? Did you have your first camera? Ulikuwa unaenda tu you borrow?
Exactly. Initially, I was in a company employed. That is from 2012 up to 2014. 2012 to 2014, I was working at a company where I went and introduced in fact, that company used to do weddings, like wedding cards to design. It was a company for graphic design, graphic and design. But when I joined that company, because we were making so many wedding cards, the designing and all that, I decided to introduce videography and photography. And I told the manager, we are receiving so many contracts for wedding cards, so why can't we introduce videography? Because I'm better in that, and I've had some experience in that. Why can't we introduce photography and videography? We tell the client that since if you take like 200 wedding cards and you do photography with us, we are going to give you 100 wedding cards for free. And he took the idea, and we decided to implement that, and I was the top the top director there in videography, in media services generally. Yeah. So
from there, that's why you and your camera decided to start your business.
Okay, then I've not answered your question. Then now there, after I introduced that, we didn't have our own cameras. So what we could do, we could just look out for different photographers and just call them to give us their cameras, and then we could pay something. So we hire cameras and we pay them something. After the job, you immediately return the same day the cameras. Now you see there are some challenges there.
Yeah.
Maybe you come late, you finish the event is finished. Maybe it's a wedding, and then where they wind up very late, maybe at 7 p.m. So if somebody is staying far away, you have to take the camera, and you know the risks involved, even being the people come and attack you, steal the equipment. So it was a challenge, but we managed. And 2016, I got my own camera after I left the company now. Okay, I got my own camera, and I decided to venture into videography and photography.
So there's a youth out there who wants to start doing this. What would you advise them? Maybe they have this passion for photography, videography, but they feel because they don't have the equipment, they can't do it. What would you advise them?
One thing I learned about this business of ours, it needs patience. Okay, you have to be patient. You need to be very patient about that, because everybody, there is a beginning where you have to start from. Because like us, we could go even hire one camera and maybe call somebody. There are other people who will not accept their cameras to go out, so you better call them to shoot for you. So those are challenges. But if you don't have a camera, just make friends, because friends are people who surround us, and I'm very sure that there is a photographer you know somewhere. Make friends with them. After you make friends with them, then you just borrow the camera, not even borrowing, look for someone, because I'm sure the client will pay in that deposit, get some money, borrow hire the camera, and then from there you can start small. You know, a journey of many miles, they say, begins with one step. So from there, I'm very sure after after some time, after you do some business, you will save some money little by little, and you will get there. You get your camera. Don't go for high-end cameras. Don't start with high-end cameras because you are a beginner. Just start small. You can have a small camera, not so famous, but when you know what you're doing and you produce something nice, your shots are clear, and they don't move. You know, where there is that thing I always tell the students, because sometimes I teach students, those who want to learn camera and video editing. When you have a camera, don't be using freehand. Just use a tripod. Get a tripod, put the camera there, and then get a clean shot. Don't involve so much, but get a clean shot. When you get a clean shot, even if it's so short, it's good to go. So that's why you start marketing yourself, and from there, step by step, you will grow.
So would you say that the business is earning money?
Yeah, it's earning, because photography and videography, every day, you know, pictures are memories. Like our motto, our tagline is capture the moments, and these beautiful moments, when you especially go to the field, and then there is a wedding, maybe the bride and the groom, they are chasing each other, running, you know, you directed to chase each other. You have to capture those moments, because those beautiful moments, they can never be repeated. And even if you are told to repeat, you can't do the exact thing. So the best thing, because I say memories, we capture memories. It's important for people, because they do it almost daily. In a weekend, you can find a wedding, and people even come to the studio even almost daily. So those are beautiful moments we need to capture. So it pays.
Okay, what are some of the challenges you face daily in this business?
Okay, challenges are many, but we don't, like me, I normally don't dwell on challenges. Sometimes you can take a picture, okay, and then somehow the camera misbehaves, you know. Somehow, sometimes the camera misbehaves, and it stops working. What do you do then? So you have to come up with plan B. Have the same camera you've been using, then keep a backup camera. Because if you don't do that, and maybe you were having so many clients and the camera misbehaves, it's a shame to leave the clients here and then maybe go out there and start looking for another camera. So it will bring you down. It's a big challenge, that one, if you don't have a backup camera. That's one of the challenges. You need more?
No, thank you so much, Justus.
Yes.
So guys, he's just told us to turn our passion into business. So if you have a passion for photography, videography, just turn it into business.